can I ask you something? And I want you to be real with me. Are you being your authentic self? Are you living a life of authenticity? Be honest. If your answer is a no, or sometimes, or not always, that is what I'm going to help you with in this video. Hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Gretty, and I'm the counselor and transformational coach at Butterfly Project. So today, this is going to be a piggyback off of the video I had previously done. And if you haven't checked that out, I'll post it up here so that you can watch it. That video, I was talking about the theme for 2026. The word that came up for me is authenticity. And it's so interesting because shortly after, I chose that as the theme for this year, I had purchased, a deck of cards, and I love like inspirational decks and things like that. And I could not believe the card that was in there, and I had no idea. And when I was going through it, I just knew that, it was confirmation for me that this is, the right theme for this year and that I'm on the right track with you all. So this is the card I wanted to show you guys. It is so beautiful. Can you believe it? It is, butterflies. I love how the two come together and make, one big butterfly. But the blue swallowtail butterfly is actually the one that symbolizes, the Butterfly Project for me, and it has a lot of meaning, and maybe I'll do a video on that one day. But look and it says authenticity, right? So authenticity is contagious, and it definitely is, you guys. And the reason why is like what I was describing in that video. When we are our authentic selves, when we're, being authentic, that means that you are being genuine and you're being real. You're being, the real you, the true you, not a fake you. Okay, so it's kind of like AI. Although AI is great, I've been having lots of fun with it too, doing lots of things with it. It's really been, helpful for me in the work that I'm doing and things that I'm creating. However, it's not real. And even, the things it comes up with, especially for me, when I take pictures of myself or do anything, with my face on it, and any kind of pictures or videos that I do, you guys, I don't edit it. I don't put, filters on. It is raw and real and authentic. Okay. And people love that, right? It's, people are, drawn to that. Authenticity is contagious. Okay, it really truly is. Authenticity is such a beautiful thing. It is really the real you shining through, right? Just like this card. I absolutely love this card, but it's the real you that's shining through, and people are really drawn to that. So with AI, although I've created some pretty pictures and different things, you can see the flaws in it. You can see that it's not real. You can see that it's fake, right? It's not real. It's, computer generated, right? I think that's the right term. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so when we're being our real authentic selves, people are really drawn to that. And, when you're being your authentic self, also because you're being real and genuine and honest, and living a life that's real and true to you, and with integrity and honor towards yourself, what's happening is that real you is allowed to come out, and I come out and play, like the inner child, right, gets to come out. And this is what makes people happy, right? This is what people are drawn to. We're all drawn to the light, right? We're all drawn to real and authentic. We're drawn to the light within people, you ever have somebody just walk in a room and they light up the room? Well, that's because they're being their real, genuine, authentic selves. So if we're not doing that, if we're trying to mold ourselves or fit ourselves into a box, and we can't be real, well, it's not going to make you happy. And people, maybe might be okay with that in the beginning, but over time it kind of loses its luster, as they say, right? It's the real person inside, the real, genuine, authentic you that people are drawn to, whether it's friendships, relationships, even in business and your career, whatever work that you do. This is what, this is what causes or exposes, I guess, our humanness, the real, authentic us, right? And nobody likes that person that acts fake or, seems fake or dresses fake. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's, certain things like I, have fake nails and things like that. And I love that, and it's fun, but it's also an expression of my, real authentic self. It's who I am. And I like, kind of expressing my creativity, through the nails that, I have. And I like pretty things like that. And, and that's okay. But what I'm talking about is how you're living your life. Are you being true to yourself? Are you being your authentic self? Are you being real? Are you being genuine in the work that you do, in the relationships that you have, right? In your friendships with your family? Think about that. If we're putting masks on all the time, and unfortunately, I mean, we've all done it. We all do it to some extent, some more than others, right? It depends on your conditioning. It depends on your childhood programming, as I like to say. So what I like to work on you all with this year is how to remove those masks. And yeah, unfortunately, if you have a lot of, trauma in your childhood or in your past, a lot of things that you kind of need to reprogram, yeah, it can be hard to be your real authentic self. You may have never felt safe to expose the real you or to be accepted for the real you. But this is where we go into things like reprogramming the subconscious mind and working on self-love and your self-worth and your identity. Because when we do that, then it doesn't really matter what other people think. And we really shouldn't care, right? If we're not judging ourselves, right, then it's not going to matter who judges us. If you accept yourself fully, wholly, completely, right, knowing that, you're a beautiful person because you are different, because you are created differently. If you can just accept yourself that way and be your real, genuine, authentic self, believe it or not, people actually prefer that. Even if people judge you, so what, right? Are they living your life? No one wants to be at the end of their life looking back and saying, I wish I would have taken those risks. I wish I would have, done that career or, enjoyed those things that I really love or those hobbies or, create those things or have those relationships. Nobody wants to get to that place at the end of our life and look back and think, what if, or I should have, I wish that, I didn't care what people think, because usually at the end, that's pretty much what it is. It's, why did I care? Why did I wear all of those masks? Why did I not show the real me and be the real me? So being your authentic self, right, and living a life authentically means doing the things that make you happy, doing the things that you love. Sorry guys, I don't know what's up with my camera, but anyway, as I was saying, it's doing the things that you love and, dressing the way that you want to dress and talking the way that you want to talk and not worrying about what other people think and just, living a life that's authentically you. That means doing the work that you love. That means, the activities and the hobbies. That means, the friendships and the people that you surround yourself with and the relationships that you have, the people that you choose to be in your life. And, like I said, the work that you do or the things that you decide and the car that you drive and the house and how you choose to live your life. Because at the end of the day, who's laying their head down on your pillow at night? Who's having to walk in your shoes? Who's having to live your life? It's you. So you want to live an authentic life, to be the real, genuine you, because I can tell you everybody's different. And that is what makes us all beautiful, right? All the different colors. Can you imagine if this was all one color? If all of this picture was exactly the same, it wouldn't be beautiful, right? It wouldn't look like this. And why does it look like this? And it's so interesting because over the years, as I've, counseled and coached a lot of clients, one of the things when we're talking about, authenticity and being real and genuine, and honest, with yourself and others, it is, I've always shared that movie Divergent. Okay. So if you haven't watched it, maybe check it out. And, when we watch movies or things like that, if you watch that movie or if you have watched it, you'll notice that everybody loves the divergence or the different people, right? Nobody likes or wants to be or wants to resonate with the ones that are, stuck in those particular boxes, right? Being the same as everybody else. You'll also see the picture with the wire and all the birds, sitting on the wire, and there's the one that's flipped upside down. I'm pretty sure that most people are like, either I'm that bird that's flipped upside down, or, oh, I wish I could be like that bird that's flipped upside down. If you aren't being your authentic self and you do wear masks, you'll look at other people that are being real and genuine in their authentic selves, and you'll think to yourself, I wish I could be like that. Fear is the number one thing that holds us back. And it is what is behind that fear that we need to figure out. So this is the exercise that I would like for you to work on today. What is behind the fear? And even before the fear, let's talk about what's holding you back. What is holding you back from being your real authentic self? Now, usually it's going to be tied into something that is tied into fear, right? So something that you're afraid of, something you're scared of. What is that? Is it fear of rejection, fear of, being judged? What is that? And then if it is that, okay, what is the worst that can happen? What if you are judged? What if you are rejected, right? Just because somebody judges us or rejects us, that does not make that our identity. So this is why if you're really rooted and strong in who you are, in your identity, in your authentic self, being real and genuine, being the real you, if you can embrace that part of you, you're actually not going to care if people judge you or reject you. It's not going to matter, right? Sure, it might hurt, especially if it comes to, friendships or even in business or, even with family or romantic relationships. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's like if somebody cannot accept you for who you really truly are on the inside with, all your weirdness and flaws and whatever colors, you choose to use to paint your life and to paint, who you are. If somebody can't accept that, if people are trying to mold you and change you into something you're not, why do those opinions matter? Why do you want those people in your life? Why do you, want to live in that house or drive that car or have that job or whatever it is that you're doing to please who? Right? Is it others? Society? If you are your real authentic self, if you're real and genuine, it is about pleasing yourself. It's doing what you love. It is, authenticity is the core of your happiness. Because nobody is living your life. No one is walking in your shoes. And no one is going to get to the end of life and have those, regrets and looking back, wondering what if. Nobody has to deal with that but you. It's your life. So I want you to practice this exercise of figuring out what is it that's holding you back from being your real, genuine, authentic self. What is holding you back from living a life of authenticity? And then what is underneath those fears, right? Figure that out, because here's the thing with fear, right? It really is, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's just, what you have created in your mind from your programming, your beliefs, from society, from your conditioning. So what is it, that is blocking you from your happiness, from living your authentic life, from living your best life, from being the real, genuine, authentic you? What's holding you back? And I hope that you have been taking it easy so far this month in January of 2026, start of this new year. Resting, recovering from all the festivities, recuperating, resetting. And with these questions, I want you to look at the year ahead and also look at the year behind you and maybe a few years behind you or maybe your whole life behind you. And ask yourself, have I been authentic? Have I been my real self? Have I been living my authentic life, a life of authenticity, that the life that I want, the life that makes me happy? Ask yourself that. And if the answer is no or not really, I want you to look at this year ahead, the 2026 ahead, and hopefully future years, and ask yourself, what would a life of authenticity look like for me? What would me being my real, genuine, authentic self mean that I want to create over this next year, the goals that I want to have, the success that I want to have in whatever area of life it is? Could be health, could be finances, career, work, friends, friendships, right? Relationships, family, what, where you live, whatever it is. Are you being your authentic self? Right? And start creating, and thinking about, right? And contemplating what you want for the year ahead and what you want for your life to look like. If it is real and genuine and authentic, what will that entail? And I want you to start creating, a list, a map, right? A vision of what that is and what you need to do to get there. All right, my loves? So I hope this was helpful for you today. Don't forget to do all the things, like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others. I would truly appreciate any number of these things or all of these things. It really is the best way to support me, to help my channel to grow and to get my messages out there. If you know me, you know that one of my biggest passions is to help as many people as I possibly can. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be part of this ever-growing butterfly community. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos as I post them. And as always, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time, bye-bye.